Oh, there he is. Alright, welcome back. As you can see, as I mentioned last time, the Golden Ninja Warrior does in fact follow you from room to room. One thing I didn't mention is he is indestructible. Um, so I am going to go to... yeah, let's go this way first. So here's the first weapons lab where I'll get the rocket launcher. More side rooms, you can get more data logs, find out about a bit about this laboratory. One thing I did was I tried to give you a bit of a feel for the characters of the two directors of the different weapons labs and how they differ in terms of personality. This weapons lab, the director has a much more, regimental attitude, is, very much in charge of the operation. And when he goes out to the front to deal with John Dagger, the rest of the lab is basically, working off of instructions and can't really work much on their own. Whereas in the other lab, it's a very open space, very, not very hierarchical. The director is more of a, lead by example rather than by direct orders, and, collaborate. So when he leaves to deal with John Dagger, on orders, he, his lab continues to work in his absence. Another thing to note, which you'll see later on, is that he figures out a bit more about what's going on with the orders. Oh, so you could see that guy took a lot fewer hits to deal with, because actually, no, he just... hold on. He teleported away. I was fooled. But he will take fewer hits to deal with because of that heart. There's a messenger ninja right there. This shortcut let me sneak past him so that I don't have to deal with him. There is a combat ninja further down, which he would trigger if left to his own devices. But fortunately I didn't trigger him, so I'm going to go up here. Here's the director's room. And there is the rocket launcher. So this is a bit that I wanted to get into the game, which was, you're here, the thing you want is here, and there's a pit that you have to jump down. And I'm very interested in games... Oh, that's an interesting camera angle there. I should probably do something about that. In here, in one-way passages, especially in, something like this, where, there's a certain sense of dread in going somewhere and knowing that you can't immediately get back out, and not knowing exactly when you will be able to get back out. So you go in here ostensibly to get to that other room, but there's a large area you have to go through before you can get it, and you can't backtrack. So once you've gone down there, the only way out is forward. So it's a very dark sewer area. There's a lot of crawlers around here. There's some ninjas. I believe one of these crawlers has a health pack on it. There it is. There's another messenger ninja. That's basically, I like putting little options into my level design. So here you can either fight the crawlers or go around and trigger the messenger ninja. It's depending on which way you want to go, what you think is... Whoa! And there's a bunch of ninjas here. And there's a golden ninja, and I'm going to have to trigger the messenger ninja to get away from it. But I killed it pretty quickly. Again, ninja hearts, and also there's a lot of ninjas around, so they are pretty weak. So, I'm not going to explain this, but I will say there is a bit of an audio cue. Around here. kind of quiet. I'm not sure if you picked up on it. But, yeah, wonder what that's about. I have a lot of red keys right now. I have not been using many shortcuts. And there are some ninjas around. Shotgun. Okay, I can use this as kind of a choke point, so I know which direction they're coming from, because, oh, and that's what it looks like to get hit by the Golden Ninja Warrior. So, yep, let's try that again. I'm gonna try to do this quickly. As you can see, just avoiding enemies can be a viable option as a way to conserve ammo. But, you know, if you're not sure about it. Did that deal with them all? Yes. Okay. So one thing that was a consideration for me is exactly to what degree I want to make it so that you can avoid triggering enemies. Because on the one hand, I want there to be a bit of ability to just avoid enemies in order to conserve ammo. But on the other hand, I didn't want this to become a stealth game, and I did want the player to actually use their ammo and, at the very least, fight. Or, you know, be stalked and try to get away. So there are some situations where you can completely avoid combat, but there are some situations where you are going to have to deal with some enemies, and you just have a choice about which enemies you deal with. And some situations where you don't have a choice, where there are some enemies standing in the way of where you want to go, and you got to deal with them. So here's the rocket launcher. I can open this up down here, and I'm back here now. So that's the first weapons lab. And now that I have the rocket launcher, I can explore a bit more of it. I can get through here. Let's see, what do I... Oh, this is just... So I think I just... Yeah, there he is. I just triggered the combat ninja. You get a green key for your troubles. I'm gonna check out here. Here's one thing I did was put, so you start the game in a safe room, and I wanted to have a sort of consistency to design and have a safe room in each area, and most of them are I think there's one in the game that you can't access because it has been properly locked, and presumably there are survivors behind it. But all the other ones, this one, basically the second in command who was put in charge when the director left, told everyone that they would be fighting, they would not go into hiding, and that's why you see a bunch of corpses in that hallway that was up there. And you'll see what happens to some of the other tenants of the sort of safe houses, safe rooms, not so safe rooms later on. And now we're going to head to the weapons lab 2. There's 2 ways to go right at the start. You can go this way, which will lead you to some items, as well as a potential shortcut, which can actually do something interesting, but I'll save that for later to tell you about. But in the meantime, I'm gonna grab the things over here. You can see what's in this room, which you can see has a green door leading to it. So once again, I let you know what's in a room that is blocked by a green door, so that when you're spending a green key on it. So had I not used up my rockets just now, rather wastefully, I could break through this pile of rubble and bypass... Oh! Yeah, yep, okay. Sorry about that. If I had that rocket launcher then, here's the last stand of this laboratory. If I'd had the... Oh, actually, with that save, I hadn't used those rockets yet, so I can show you what I can do. That lets you bypass the need for that purple key to get into that purple door. So I mentioned earlier that there was in fact a place in the game where you could get a purple key and not need to use it for progression. You could progress without it, meaning that you can get a surplus purple key, which means you can skip a later... Okay, let me deal with this guy. So get some more rockets here. Or no? Huh. Okay. But anyway, I can blast through this. And now I'm here, past that purple door. So I can go back to get the purple key later and use it somewhere else to basically... Actually... oh no, this is the purple key for the next progress door. But I can... now unlock this purple door from the backside. And this means that later on in the game I could bypass a area by using that purple key, or the purple key that I'm going to get when I go back, rather than find the purple key in that area. So here's another purple door. So I could, in theory, bypass this section right here had I already gotten that key, but I didn't. So I'm going to go through here. Grab this. Okay. Gotta watch out for that knockback. Okay. So here's what happened to one of the other safe rooms. As you can see, it wasn't that safe. They got in through the vents and through the ductwork and blew a hole in that wall. But I do now have a purple key, which I'm going to use to progress and get the lightning gun. So I'm going to go ahead and read his log as well. I'm being sent to the security labs to prepare for a possible incursion by the Americans. I trust Laboratory 2 will run smoothly in my absence. So see, you can see kind of, you get a feel for who this character is. And also he's kind of suspicious of the reasons for sending the senior staff out to the front. And now I can reach the lightning gun that's in here. One thing that I will mention, I forgot to actually read this log, but in the other weapons lab, there's a little callback to Venusian Vengeance. The director of that lab is the rocket soldier you fight in the first level, and his one-liner in Venusian Vengeance is, "I will send you back to Earth in pieces." And so he says that he will do just that in the in his little journal log. If he runs into the American, he will send him back to Earth in pieces. So just a little throwback to Venusian Vengeance, just to also confirm that that is who that character is. So you can notice that the power went out as soon as I grabbed the lightning gun. This is a little opportunity to teach you how the lightning gun works on doors, because that's its main function, is to open depowered doors. You can use it on ninjas to stun them, but it's not really the most powerful weapon in the game. by a long shot because it doesn't do any damage. Although one thing that it does do is allow you, it is the only weapon in the game that allows you to avoid, or actually get away from being stalked. Because if you stun a ninja and then get out of their line of sight, they will revert to their normal patrol state, or just, static state, rather than continue to stalk you. So if a ninja is stalking you, you can zap them with the lightning gun, or if they're attacking you, you can shock them with the lightning gun, stun them, and get away. So that about does it for this chapter, although what I will do is grab that purple key that I normally would have done at the start of this area. Did I not already have the rocket launcher to get through that shortcut? So I'll go through here, deal with this guy. Here's another shortcut. You can go straight through here, get the drop on these guys, and grab the purple key. So now I have an excess purple key that I can use whenever I want to avoid having to find a purple key in another level to get progress. And I think I'll end it off there for this time. Next time around, I'm going to get another ninja heart. Don't forget to check out the game. It's currently available on Steam and through itch, so there will be links down below. Check it out. Thank you.